to the other side of the year so that they wouldn't need the floor, so there'd be help classes. And then there are other areas that are going to be used for visiting.
And ironically, this time of the year, most of the phys ed classes are outside except on inclement days. So we thank the gentleman upstairs for it occurring when it did, but it didn't occur in
December.
in October or November, when all of a sudden everybody's got to be in there. So we lucked out in a few ways.
Yeah, well, I asked the question because you mentioned in December that maybe how long it will take before the gym may be usable again. So, you know, it's...
The gym will be usable 2 weeks before you can have competition on it, because there's something about, there's a 1 week wait period after everything's done. After 1 week, you can have foot traffic on it. In other words, you can have your gym classes in. You have to wait an additional 2 weeks after the 1 week for, you have to pull out the bleachers and now have to wait and make sure that everything, it takes another 2 weeks for the floor to reach the point that it's able to support the bleachers, and then the weight that would be created additionally by the students sitting on the bleachers. So there is a phase in terms of its use. We've told the basketball, Mr. Wright, that if he needs to use it for basketball, he has to wait until we're to the point where the bleachers can come out and not affect the floor, and he can have, and he's aware of that. And we did look at the schedule, and ironically it fits in. There's about a week and a half, 2 weeks playing.
Good question.
Okay. Any other old business? New business?
I have a few things. I'm not sure whether it's appropriately placed under new business, but I'm going to treat it like new business.
Okay.
Pardon me. The team, my team, administrative team, put together a job description for the Director of Curriculum and Instruction. I'm going to ask you to look at it for the coming week. If you have any questions, then we'll react to it next week.
Would you like questions now?
All right, go ahead.
Are we looking just to change the job description? Because I like the way it's set up. Or are you asking to post this position?
Well, we will eventually post it.
Okay, that's where I have a question.
Okay.
I believe that we're fairly close in getting a permanent superintendent. And I think that this might be something that the new superintendent should be involved in choosing this person.
Oh, we don't have a debate there? Let me
Yeah.
say this.
I mean, to post it, but you know that the job opening probably wouldn't be January 1st.
Right.
Or something like that.
No, we have no problem with that concept. What I would like to do is to indeed post it, get applications, let my team analyze those and have a pack for that individual to look at, and hopefully we're going to move along so that it isn't too long.
No, I would agree with that as long as the posting,
Yeah.
you know, as long as we come up with what we want and then a posting, but not a hire
Right.
right away until the...
We're going to try to have that person.
You know, if for some reason the superintendent process stumbles, then maybe we'll change our
Right.
idea, but for right now, I think it would be good to wait.
Right. I agree.
All right, then we're in agreement.
Okay, that's one. Did you have something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, currently, Mr. Rosinski's covering both positions.
Yes, he is.
correct?
And that's an issue. That's a little concern of mine. But he is young and healthy.
Right.
So,
I told you, we do the best to get somebody in that position by 2015.
You're really on tonight. You have to be careful.
I do like the paragraph on staff relationships having the secondary principals.
Yeah. Yes, and also.
That goes to what we had talked about before about the chain of command,
Right.
line of
That's right.
responsibility, flow chart, and so forth.
Right. Two other things, Mr. did I do?
What do you do?
Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry, I apologize. Well, one of the things that I want the board to know, I had the opportunity with Mr. Vincent to visit the various teams out on the field. And I want this board to know, and the public, that I was impressed with our kids. We visited the girls' hockey team, and they are a bright bunch, because I asked them questions. Why do we have sports, and what are the benefits of being in a sports program and what have you. Those girls were very sharp. Then we went on to the girls' soccer. They were pretty good, but they're not as sharp as the others. But it was a good group of kids out there. And then we were walking over to the football program. I mean, he has to have 60 or more boys out there. And as I was watching, I looked to see how they're responding to warm-up exercises. I was impressed with the uniformity of those boys out there responding to the youth leaders that they had up in college. So I told them, if they play as well as they work together in warm-ups, they're going to have a decent team. I told them, I'm not looking for them to win a championship. I said, your coaches over there, they're looking for a championship. But I'm looking for character building. I'm looking for you to understand that while you're going through this process, you're developing your body and your mind. And that's what's going to carry over, not your wins and losses, but whether you're going to maintain the kind of exercises, experience that you're going through now in training, because that's how you take care of yourself. But I enjoy talking to the youngsters. Mr. Vincent also talked to them. I was impressed. There's a game Saturday, a scrimmage game. I'll probably get to see that. But I will. And one of the girls said, well, you better come see us play. I said, I'll be there. That's what's up for the game. I'm impressed with our kids. I know we have some challenges out there, but I've met a number of kids in different venues in the high school, the student council, the Renaissance kids, and summer school, kids in summer school, and what have you. I'm impressed with the kids here, which leads to the next thing that irritates me, and if I'm fired, it'll probably be because of this. There was an article in the paper about a young lady who wanted to go to another school, and one of the things that she said, after her daughter met with bullying and other problems as a freshman at our high school, I resented that without even knowing anything about it. So I called the principal, and he explained one situation in which this kid was involved in. And the kid did not have a history of problems. So I called the reporter, and I told her that I did not appreciate the way that Pennsauken High School appeared in the paper as a school where bullying and other kinds of things go on. I said, I would appreciate it if someone has a complaint about our schools, give me a call, and give us a chance to get the other side of the coin. Because I said, that's what I call good journalism, where you get both sides of the story. And then if you wish to print, fine. But at least give us an opportunity to defend ourselves. I was on the phone with some parents who want their kids to go to X, Y, and Z. And it was an individual from the State Department called me. She's in charge of choice. I'm vehemently against choice, but if other people like it, fine, but I don't. I think they're ripping off our kids' academics, and I think they're ripping off our athletes. And I have another letter, need an executive session for a few minutes to go over a letter from the State Athletic Association in case we want to go further. So it would be a legal issue. But anyhow, she called and said this girl wants to transfer to another school, and I said, why? And she said, well, she was having bullying. I said, well, if the mother is accusing us of bullying, then I want to know specifically what the case is. Otherwise, I'm not signing any paper for her to go. So we talked for a while, and she understood my feelings, and I told her I resent these accusations against our schools without substantiation, and then it appears in the paper. I said, that's not fair to us. It's not fair. So I will be challenging all of them that appear in the paper. I will call the school to find out if it's true. If it isn't, then I will go to the writer of the paper and find out why you didn't get both sides of the story, because we're entitled to our side of the story. So I wasn't happy with this.
You think we're gonna fire you for defending our school?
Well, now I'm gonna make some people unhappy. That's the thing. We have, excuse me, a lot of good things going on in this school, and I haven't seen the schools in session. But as I walk around in the schools, there's an atmosphere there. There's an atmosphere there. Yes, we have some things to improve. I don't know one school system that doesn't. But we do not have the negative image that too many people, I shouldn't say too many, because most of the people that I've talked to are happy that their kids went through this school. Happy. And so we have, as our committee has talked about, we need to get our story out. There's a great deal of good things going on here, and yes, we do have some problems to deal with. No question about it. Anytime you're dealing with human beings, you're dealing with a situation where problems can occur and do occur. And I think we have the capability of addressing it. But I don't like articles like this in the paper, and we don't have a chance to defend ourselves. And I told the young lady was very amenable. She was, Rothschild, Mrs. Rothschild. We talked for about 15 minutes. I told her, in fact, she asked me how did I feel about the schools. I said, from what I can see, we have good schools. And she agreed. I said, give us an opportunity to defend ourselves when these parents come up with these kinds of accusations. Okay, I don't know whether that's new business or not, but I can't do it.
Good business. New business? One of the other hats in the community that I wear is as treasurer of my church. And somehow along the line, because I was treasurer, I got put in charge of our food pantry. I don't know how that worked, but I am now in charge of the food pantry. We give out food once a month. We finally got in with the Food Bank of South Jersey, which is right over in the industrial park. They have a program that I just became aware of within the last month. It's called Kids Pack. There's a lot of concern of the students that are eligible for free and reduced lunch. When school's out, they're not getting the breakfast or the lunch.
Excuse me, say that again, please.
But the students that are eligible for free and reduced lunch
Right.
at school for
Right.
breakfast and for lunch,
Right.
when school is out,
Oh,
either on the weekends,
okay.
holidays, or especially during the summer, that food is not available to them at their homes.
Right.
And they go hungry. There's a program, and I just wanted to throw something out there before I got too involved to see if the board was amenable to it, is they will come in, right now they're at Davis Elementary in Camden, Boys and Girls Club in Paulsboro. That's just a couple of the areas that they're at. They come in on, say, Friday, if the school weekend's on Friday, and every kid that's eligible, they will have a package for them that has 6 meals in it, 2 breakfasts and 2 lunches, that the child can cook, more than likely cook themselves if they had a microwave or whatever, maybe a mac and cheese, easy mac. I haven't gotten all the information on it yet. We need to have a district that is at least 50% of the children are served are eligible for free and reduced lunch program. I think we have that beat by about 18%.